All right, everyone, welcome back to the Motor Anatomy. Today we have Chris. Chris, thank you so much for making some time for us, man.
Of course.
So tell us, what do you drive?
An Accord.
An Accord? You wish it was an Accord. This car,
No.
you change the badges in the back, it doesn't make it an Accord, you know that, right?
It's an Accord. In Japan, it's an Accord.
You beat me to my joke. So tell us, man, what do you drive?
It's a 98 Integra RS, Type RS.
Wait.
I say Type RS because there's nothing not Type R on it, so.
So it's a wannabe.
It is.
It
is.
We already started the long foot. That was a legit Type R.
No, you were wrong.
That sucks.
Sorry to disappoint.
Well, I guess it's a fake like the owner. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I don't know how long I can go about interviewing people, dissing them. People are not going to want to come on the show. But anyways, so tell us, man, how did you even get started with the whole automotive bug? How did that come about?
Yeah, so where I grew up, it kind of was the move. Like, that was the thing that people did out there. And I grew up in Fontana, and there were like different car clubs and stuff, and they did their cars a certain way. It was never something that I was really into, but I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's kind of when I met Jay, and I kind of went with his style because it was really like the style that I was into as well. So, yeah.
And so that was imports.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it always Honda for you?
Yeah, pretty much. It was always, my first car was a Jetta. I don't know if that.
Hey.
No, I take that back. My first car was a 71 Camaro. I didn't have the money or anything to fix
you
it.
should have kept that one.
So I gave it to my uncle, and then my grandmother gave me a Jetta. But the first car I ever bought myself was an EK. It was a red EK.
Oh, and what year was that?
96.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You were like 42 back then?
Yeah, something like that. No, I think when I bought my EK, I was 18. I think I went and bought it from the dealership.
Oh, brand new?
No, it was used.
Oh, but it's still
old.
okay. Are you? He keeps getting it. Okay, but wow. Okay, so it was like dealership. That's pretty good.
Yep.
And so, did you mess with that one?
I did. Yeah, that car had it eventually had an H22 in it.
Whoa.
I hated it.
What?
I did. I hated it. I hated that swap. I didn't like the way it felt. I didn't like the way it shifted. It just wasn't for me. And I know people will flame me for that, but I didn't like it.
All right. Mic off. Let's go.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like the age? Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. So it was funny because during that time, like, Honda Tech was really big.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember posting, like, I'll trade this full swap for a complete B16A2 or even like a GSR, and people were like, "Oh, something must be wrong with it. It
It's
must
automatic,
be
bro.
It must be blown," like something like that.
You just didn't like it.
So I sold the whole car.
Oh.
Yeah, I sold the whole car. It was a red EK H22. It had bronze TEs on it. It was nice. It had an SIR interior. And that was like 2002, 2003.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
So then, what comes next?
So then, my buddy Buck, who actually used to own this car, he bought a CRX from Jay, a red CRX with a killer B16 in it. I ended up buying that car from him, and then sold that. Sold the EK, and then I had an EG. I had a teal green EG. That's when I worked at Skunk, and that was just a B series. Nothing really crazy to it. It had all Type R interior.
Did you like that swap?
I did. I love the B16
Okay.
swap. You could beat on those things forever, and you can't break them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved it. And that car got stolen, and I kind of just got out of it for a while. I was like, I'm not into cars anymore. I had started having kids, and then this car popped up.
So where did this car pop up? Now, were you in the market, or were you
Not
kind
at
of like
all.
it hit?
No,
Okay.
I honestly got to the point where I didn't have any interest in cars like this anymore. Like, my friends like David, all these guys, they would build cars, and I liked them, but it was never something that I wanted to do myself. So, but this was my dream car, and I think Jay knew that, and he kind of made it happen behind the scenes for me to get this car.
So where was this car located?
In Torrance. Yeah, it was in Torrance. So, like I said, so Jay had it, and he sold it to Buck. Buck put the K-swap in it, and then Buck sold it to that person, and then I bought it from that person.
So you buy it, you're like, damn, this is cool.
I bought it. And it was, well, when Jay had tagged me in the post, I had told him, I was like, dude, yeah, get it. Like, I want to see what you'll do to it, And he's like, no, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about you.
Yeah, I get it.
He was like, I'm not talking about me. I'm telling you, you should get it. And I was like, yeah, right. Like, and I got it. And it sat at my house for a year before he took it in. And then he had it for a year.
And this is, you keep mentioning Jay. Just give us a little background. Who's Jay?
Jay Smith. So yeah, he had one Honda specialist, the shop. He had an EG that made waves, and then he built this car, and this car kind of just changed the game, I feel like.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that knew during that time, like the people that genuinely know this car, they know it changed the game during that time, because that was 01, 02, and right-hand drive was like, what?
Yeah.
Now you see them all the time, but back then you didn't, and yeah, this car made waves right here for sure.
Yeah, so definitely we keep hearing good things about Jay, so you guys are going to be able to see some of his work on this car. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So it looked like this, right? This color, spoon, everything was perfect. You just, Jay just put the kit. It was that. No, oh, okay.
I wish that was the case. No, this car was beat up, man. It wasn't in the best shape at all.
What was the vision for it? Why did you pick it up?
I didn't know it was going to be as bad as it was, to be honest with you. For me, the vision was, I just got to, buy the car, buy a swap, call it a day, and it was everything but that.
Did it have the front end?
It did, yeah.
Okay.
Had the front end, but that was it. No interior.
Oh, shoot.
No wheels, 4-lug. I mean, it had nothing.
Hold up. What's up?
It had 4-lug.
I'll let you do anything else, but what's wrong with 4-lug, man? Just letting you know, we're about to fight. You'll kick my ass.
It wasn't going to work for me.
You'll kick my ass, but I'll defend the 4-lug for life.
It wasn't going to work for me. It was 4x100.
Okay. As long as it's not 4x114, stay away from us, man.
We're 4x100.
Okay, so obviously there was a lot of work to do with it.
Yeah.
Man, how hard was it?
It was tough, man. Like I said, it sat in my garage for a whole year, just kind of waiting on him. Yeah, so there were times when I think that he was over it and he didn't want to finish it, and there were times I know there was a time when I told him don't mess with anything else, just leave it alone, I'll come pick it up. Because throughout that 2-year process, things got old and waiting, and I just didn't really. I started to lose the interest again, and I would go to his house and see it, and every time I would go to his house and see it, the interest came back. You know what I mean? So
now, did you spray the car?
I didn't. No. So from the doors back, it's all original besides the wing. That was sprayed in 01 at Evans.
Wow, that's 01 paint?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's beautiful. Yeah. You've definitely done a great job of maintaining it.
Yeah, thank you. So the wing, the whole front end, the lip, and the side skirts were done by Willie Works. He happened to squeeze me in for just when he finished a car for SEMA. So.
No big deal.
Which is kind of unheard of.
Okay, cool guy.
Willie's, for people that reach out to him, he probably has at least a 1-2 year wait list. So he told me, he's like, yeah, bring the stuff by and I'll take care of it. So he did, and
like I said, you are Mr. Popular, but we're not gonna.
I'm kind of a big deal.
You're kind of a big deal, I'm shaking. The camera can't see it, but I'm shaking just being next to you.
Oh man, yeah. So me too. I mean, this is my first feature.
Get out of here! It's like the 300th feature. That's the reason we're here.
I'm gonna be on TV.
All the good ones are out of the way now. So has it been everything that you thought it was gonna be, the Integra?
Yeah, I mean, I think as far as, certain things, I'm starting to be over them, and there was a lot of things I did 2 and 3 times when putting the car together, that those were just mistakes that I made or whatever the case was, but there's some things I want to switch up on it for sure. But nice. This was the vision, and then now that it's done, I want to do something else to it. So.
Of course, yeah, it's never ending.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's absolutely perfect, man.
Thank you.
I mean, this car honestly could easily belong at a museum, and it wouldn't miss a beat. I don't even know, man. I don't know if I would be able to drive this car in the street, to be honest with you. It's immaculate, man.
It's funny that you said it, because that was kind of the whole point behind it, is I wanted it to be a street car. I didn't ever want it to be on a trailer. I see people that do those cars and I respect them, but why? Why? Yeah. Why would you dump all that money into a car and not enjoy it, So for me, that was the thing. It's a street car. My daughter always wants to go with me wherever I go. And
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I drive it, I enjoy it, and summer's coming, so it'll probably just sit for a while. But
no AC life?
Yeah, once you get used to leather and AC and power steering, it'll hibernate for a little bit.
When is it supposed to come out? No, this one sits.
Right, yeah. So it's going to take the summer off, I would imagine.
All right, man. Well, let's get started talking about this one. Do you happen to know the name of the color code by any chance?
You know what? So and I get this in my DMs
because you're gonna respond
weekly.
You're gonna calm down, crazy.
I do.
I guess you are Mr. Popular.
No, especially since the Super Street feature. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people have asked the color of it. It's a variation of Laguna Seca Blue from the M3, E46 M3, but it's a slightly custom color. I think it's a little darker.
Darker.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I don't know how it looks in the sun, but definitely, yeah.
Willie has the color code. So
Dang, I'm about to hit up Willie right
yeah,
now.
everybody flood his. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that.
He has the color code. To be honest with you, I don't even have it. I need to have him, knock some stuff out for me.
Doesn't want to say it.
He probably.
knows
No, I
exactly
don't.
what
I
it is.
genuinely don't. I don't. Even Jay doesn't know it. Willie actually had to do like this crazy custom mix to match the front end to the rest of the car.
He did a wonderful job, by the way.
Yeah.
It's extremely difficult to match a custom color like
For
that.
sure, and he killed it. And he said it took a long time. Like it took a lot of mixing and trying to find the color, but he finally found it.
So he's like, don't mess it up because I'm not doing this.
He has the color though. I genuinely don't know the code for it. I genuinely think it's something he like mixed and
Yeah, you have to do a little bit of it. Yeah, but it came out great. Okay, so a little bit of Laguna Blue. There you go.
Yep.
We answered that question. We're still gonna see it in the comment section because people just can't
Laguna
wait.
Seca Blue.
They can't go 6 minutes without waiting and ask, and then they're gonna ask, what size are the wheels, bro? But anyways.
But I think there's several different variations of Laguna Seca Blue just on the E46 ones from like certain
Really?
years to certain years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So, but yeah, it's Laguna Seca Blue just with a little bit of
So
something
good luck.
or another.
So what you're saying is good luck.
Yeah, exactly.
So what you're saying, no, you don't want to give out the code. You should have started.
I'm
with
not that guy.
man.
Like if somebody wants to paint their car this color, go for it. I mean, I'm not. I wouldn't hate on somebody, but I genuinely don't know the specific color code. I don't know it.
They're gonna go and try and it's gonna come out like the Smurfs. Not quite.
Right.
They'll be like, bro, he told me it was Laguna Seca Blue with a little
Right.
bit of dark. Okay,
Right.
gotcha. So the front end, very minimal. Tell us, what do you got going on?
Yeah, just DC2 Type R front end, HID headlights. I have the spoon lip for it, but I took it off because I didn't want you to throw up on the front end. So OEM, I know that's your kind of steez. So, but yeah, just all JDM Type R.
It's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
So clean. Any major plans for the front?
No, just probably put the spoon lip back on. I'd love to get like a brand new set of HID headlights, but better off finding a needle in a haystack. So,
What did you guys use to retrofit the headlights?
with the HIDs?
Yeah.
No, they're OEM HID.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Looks
Yep.
very clean. That's why I thought you guys maybe upgraded or did something different.
Yeah, no, there's a HID version and a non-HID version. This is the OEM
Of course,
HID
you gotta
version.
go with
Yeah,
the
of
most
course. Come
expensive
on.
one. Oh,
You know who I am?
I get.
I'm kidding. I'm totally
Do
kidding.
you know who I am? Love that.
You better ask about me, man.
All right. Yeah, it looks awesome, man.
Thank you.
Tell us about your suspension pieces. What do you got going on?
Oh man, so I guess that was another one of the mistakes I made. The coilovers, I love them. They're Tay and HAs. They were the original, not the ones that Jay had on the car, but Jay did have Tay and HAs on the car during that time. So they're Tay and HAs. The front lower control arms are skunk. The rear is ASR. I have ASR, the revolver trailing arm bushings, spherical stuff in the back, and then rear DC2 subframe.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. I see an extra lug, but
Oh yeah, and
whatever.
in 5 lug, it's everything. Like I said, is Type R. So
And that's ITR. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
36 millimeter. Yep.
Nice. Okay. So speaking of that, tell us a little bit about the brake setup that you have.
Spoon front calipers, spoon pads all the way around. Rears Type R, good ridge lines, and the rotors. That's another question I get asked a lot. Is they're from a company called CSR. Or I'm sorry, they're a company called 88 Rotors, and the rotors are called CSR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From 88 Rotors.
88 Rotors. That's the name of the company, and CSR is the name of the.
Gotcha. And that caliper color just pops. It belongs with this car.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. It matches very nicely. What kind of pads are you using?
Spoon.
Spoon?
Mhm.
Of course. I'm sorry. Well, how dare I
Yeah,
ask
I
a
thought
stupid
we-
question?
you know?
I was waiting
thought
for
we were
others.
doing
That's
that.
why. I'm sorry. Such an idiot. I should know this. That's awesome, man. Okay. And then tell us about your wheel and tire setup. What do you got going on?
They're 16x7 Regas. They actually were originally the almighty gray, and I know people are going to go crazy saying like, "Oh, you anodized those," but yeah, I did. So, yeah, 16x7 squared, and then the tire setup is a Falcon 615, 215 45, 16 all the way around.
Wow. It's perfect.
Thank you.
It's perfect. Even those baby specs,
Yeah.
16x7.
Thank you. Yeah, right.
I think stock wheels are wider, but anyways.
I had 19 by 10 and a half, but it wasn't going to work out. Some CEs.
19 right there. And no camber too, so that was the crazy part.
Not at all. No camera. No way. I wanted people to think it was all-wheel drive.
This guy. Any major plans for the brake suspension pieces?
Yeah, it's funny you said it actually, and again, I'm sure people are going to go crazy, but I kind of want to get rid of the spoon calipers and go Alcon.
Oh, fuck. Okay, we just
I
money just entered the chat. Okay,
not even.
just throw it. Just throw all the money away. Why not?
I'm waiting
sorry.
on more stimulus checks. That's what it is.
All those dudes with the spoon calipers, she just, you know.
Yeah. I'll just put these in the garage just for, you know, so people could look at them. But no, I do. I want Alcon.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful.
These don't. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of them at the end of the day.
Is it gonna clear the wheels?
Yeah, it'll clear.
Awesome. Okay, that's important.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're gonna get wheels, and that's a whole new rabbit hole.
And then definitely new pads, especially for the rears, because those are spoon. I mean, you know, I don't know. I wanted that to be kind of the theme of the car, was like a spoon setup, but just better pads, you know, that type of thing.
And then very minimal in the rear, a wing. Any major plans for the exterior that you can think of?
No, not that. No, the exterior is fine.
No fender flares.
No.
Oh, okay.
No track light fenders and none of that stuff for me.
That's it. Just keep it minimal.
Yeah.
You're happy with the way it looks.
I like it, you know, and well, that, and then, you know, I don't want to have all that attention as far as like.
Okay, guy. No, like, okay, I get what you're saying, but okay.
You're never gonna let me live this down, guys.
Nah, man.
No, you know, for
me,
you know
I try who to you be, are?
I try to be as inconspicuous as possible with the car, you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, it already attracts attention for the good reason, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So.
And so this is it. This is what we're going to be expecting for the next, you know.
For the outside, yeah. For the outside, this is what you see is what you get.
That's what they all say. Just wait until Rocket Bunny comes out with their kit. Who's going to jump on it first?
I'm hoping they use my car for mock-up on one.
All right, man. Dun, dun, dun. You can open up the door, just whatever you have. All right, Chris. Ooh, wow, this is gorgeous. Tell us, what do we got going on in the cockpit?
Again, everything DC2 Type R, all the way down to the e-brake lever.
Okay.
K20 Mart shift knob, that's Catman shift knob. Momo Monte Carlo, the Alcantara one, with Works Bell hub and Works Bell tilt. Super OG VAFC, that was kind of like an homage to the originality of the car. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
This thing is gorgeous, man.
Thank you.
Love the floor mats.
Squash air freshener.
Yeah, definitely. The JDM one, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of them in there. There's probably like 7 in there.
Okay. Are they the spoon though version? Because if they're not, then yeah, they're spoon version, of course. Spoon air freshener. Why would I ask?
I couldn't afford those ones, man.
I could afford. Man, wow. So obviously you said it didn't really have an interior. How hard was it to build this interior? Because it's just super clean, man. The carpet, everything.
Yeah. So the dash was there. The center console was there, but like no seats. You know, no carpet, no rear seats, none of that. So the rear seat took me a while to find. I ended up getting it from Type R Jose because somebody tried to sell me one for $1,300.
Sounds about right. that sounds like a deal.
It didn't sound right to me, I'll tell you that. So I definitely didn't jump on it.
Well, they priced you at that point because they know who you are. That's why. You know, everybody else would have been like $400.
Yeah, that could be the case. Maybe I need to start having other people like reach out on my behalf.
Okay, so the seats, obviously everything's getting harder to find, and it's just, to me, it's done, it's perfect. But I know you have higher expectations and you know, rules for yourself. So are there any plans for the interior?
So if I could get J Powers to redo these seats and make them look like they were just made yesterday, then I'll stick with these. But if not, I was thinking about either going pole positions or just the spoon seats. Wow. But I'm not in a rush for that. There's other things that will take precedence over that.
Mm-hmm. And these are, I mean, they're in very good condition. They're very comfortable. So
they are. They're definitely comfortable. Just for me, you know, I don't know if you know who J Powers is, but that guy can like turn anything to new. Like he's that guy. So I feel like him, Jay, and Willie are like the guys that can make, you know, they could shine a turd and it would look good, kind of thing. Nice. You know what I mean? Those kind of guys. So, you know, he's done like a lot of Mugen steering wheels that he's redone, and I for the life of me, I don't know how he does it.
Awesome.
But I'm still trying to negotiate with him, and he lives all the way up in the Bay Area, so I would drive the seats up there to him.
You would?
Yeah.
Or you just fly them first class?
Yeah, I was just gonna put him in my helicopter and just
Now that we're back here, I also noticed his rear windshield. Ooh, extremely clean. Tell us a little about it, man.
Yeah, so it's Flexolite. They call it a Lexon style.
Oh my gosh.
And they don't make it anymore. And this was original. Jay had this on the car when he originally put it together. So.
Oh wow, it's been.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks brand new. So
yeah, it's original.
Wow. Beautiful.
Thank you.
And then we can definitely see that the rear is completely gutted and it's extremely clean. The nice little shock strut in the rear.
Type R brace bar right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I can pop the trunk if you need me to.
Go for it. Yeah, they want to see it because they'll see everything and they'll miss one thing and then be like, bro, like why would you not do that? Here we go.
Oh, you know what? I didn't get it. I know. No mames.
Spends $3,000 on seats. Can't open up his trunk. Yep, typical Integra owner. Oh man. Ooh, there it is. So, I mean, these pieces are getting so hard to find nowadays. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I was able to get it from Steve along with the rear subframe. And then the shop that did the subframe, I don't know if you followed the build, when Jay posted it, because he posted pretty much the entire build. Like the welds in the back were like super janky, so he cleaned all those up. He resprayed back here, and then he sprayed the subframe on the bottom.
Dude, this car is just perfect.
Thank you.
Let's all get ready to dislike it because it is K-swap.
It's a single cam.
It's a single cam. Just a big D series. Oh my God, man. I've seen this engine bay so many different times, and every single time I'm always just, catching myself looking at the details. There's just so much. What in the world, man? I mean, did you think it was gonna look like this?
Yeah, I mean, with Jay doing it, I already knew what to expect with him.
Wow.
This is the kind of work he does all the time. So I think that's kind of why he's selective with the clientele that he takes in, because he's not gonna half-ass anything,
Well, tell us a little about what are we staring at, man?
It's a DC5 K20A, FD2 Type R pistons with coated domes. Jay ported the head, he hand ported that. He hand ported the runners on the plenum, the runners and the plenum rather. Skunk 2 Ultra Street intake manifold with the spacer. Craftworks supercharger, it's the smaller one, it's the C30. I'm actually going to bump it up to a C38.
Nice.
All the cooling was done by Track Tough. My buddy Rob, he took care of all of that. The fittings on the cooling are XRP Wiggins clamshells.
So beautiful, man.
The bottom end was completely balanced. I think within like a gram maybe. I could be off, but I think it was all balanced within a gram. 4-piston ported oil pump. S2000 clutch master cylinder. It's got a spoon thermostat inside the Track Tough housing.
Wow.
Go AutoWorks intercooler, we coated that. I kind of wanted that inconspicuous look. Hassport mounts. All the piping for the intercooler and the charge pipe was done by Rob as well at Track Tough. Track Tough oil cooler. I'm sorry, not Track Tough oil cooler. The Track Tough overfill. The oil cooler's right here for the charger. And as far as like the trans goes, that's a Type R trans as well. And yeah, Exity hyper single clutch, 1150 gram injectors, Braille battery.
Transmission, you said stock?
Transmission stock Type R, yeah, with a Exity hyper single.
Okay.
And then on the head, I originally was gonna go NA. I had some Kinslers for it, and so I was gonna rev it higher. So it's got Skunk 2 Pro Series valve train. But yeah, we didn't go that route after all, and I ended up selling those ITBs. So this is what we got.
Beautiful radiator, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that's a Track Tough radiator. It's like a 80% full size, just because
There's
a full size wouldn't fit with the charger. Yeah. And then a rye wire harness,
So clean, dude.
Yeah, rye wire harness.
Has it been tuned?
It has. It made just under 400 over at Driver B shop. Armin tuned it, and I kind of wanted to make more power than that. And one of the things that limited me on power was the ATI harmonic balancer. If I would have went with the K24 crank pulley, I would have been able to get more boost out of the Charger. But for me, it was like more of an insurance thing. I'd rather have the harmonic balancer than, you know, make more boost. So that's why I'm going to bump it up to a bigger Charger so I can keep that pulley and then still run, you know, or still make more boost than what it's making now.
Very reliable. How many pounds are you pushing?
I think it's 9 pounds right now.
Wow, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I think it's 9.
And you want more?
Well, it's capable. This, I could make more boost with this Charger here, but I would have to change the pulley, and I don't want to do that. It's got hybrid. I mean, you could see that they're not inconspicuous with their stuff. So hybrid fueling, fuel pressure regulator, fuel rail.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. And then, what am I leaving out? My buddy Catman, he got the steering rack. They rebuilt the rack for me and plugged all the holes and stuff, so he got that taken care of. Yeah. I'm sure I'll remember some stuff and then hit you up and we'll link up tomorrow.
Next week. Don't make plans next week.
This is kind of cool right here. So this breather, basically what happened was Jay used like this old school V8 trick that they do, and I mean, you kind of have to go into the car, but so that taps into the exhaust, so the exhaust actually pulls crankcase pressure.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Super old school like V8 trick.
Wow, that's pretty rad.
Yep. So it's got 2 bungs going in because there's one coming over off of where the alternator's at, and then this one. And so it's basically pulling crankcase pressure as opposed to like a catch can, which just catches it, you know?
What? That's old school stuff. Awesome.
Yeah. Tile blow-off valve, it's the quiet one, so you only hear it really, you know, when I really get on it. Like if I'm just regular driving, you'll just hear the spooling of the Charger.
Wow. So many details in this car, man.
Our crew header. I can't forget that, right? It's got an R crew header. It's coated. I decided to coat it because when Jay had originally built this car in 01, everything's gutted. So the car only weighs 2280 right now, how it sits. But like even the dash mat behind the firewall, all that shit's gone. So I had to get the header coated, or the inside of the cabin would have been like a sauna.
So 2280, that car?
2280, yep.
2580 with you in it?
No, like 2780 with me in it. Something like that. Yeah, we'll call it even 20.
Let's go 2900. Yeah. You look a little beat.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This is done, right?
Yeah.
Better be done. Oh, there you go.
I'm waiting on any future plans, because I definitely have future plans for it.
I'm not gonna ask that, because then people are gonna. You know how many people flame me for that? Why do you ask that? It's already perfect, dude. It's just it's part of the interview.
Yeah, no. So I want to do.
So what are the future plans?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a bigger Charger.
Of course you are.
This is the smaller version of it. So I'm gonna do a bigger Charger. The gearbox, like I said, I'm gonna switch that up just because, you know, Type R tranny with a supercharged setup is not like when I got off on the freeway when I originally met you. Just getting over the freeway, like making that left going over the freeway, I was already in 5th.
What?
Yeah. So
yeah,
I need to change the gearing on it.
Do an LS. Gear.
Yeah.
You're like, not that long.
I'm gonna do K to B.
B16, that'd be horrible. Okay. Well, okay. So, first of all, what made you go with the supercharger? Why not turbo?
Yeah. So, my buddy Rob that owns Track Tough, when he and I worked at Skunk, he had an EK. It was super nice K-swap with this Charger on it, and when he took me for a ride, I was
hooked.
I just, yeah, for sure. And I wasn't going to originally. I was just going to do the motor, and I was actually going to do ITBs, but
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so I was going to throw some Kinslers on it. I actually had Kinslers, and I ended up selling them, but yeah, like last minute, like literally last minute, the motor was already in the car, or no, the motor was getting ready to go in the car, and Jay was like, if we're going to do anything else, let's do it now. So we went back and forth between a K24, even though he had already rebuilt this. We went back and forth between K24 or supercharged setup, and yeah, that was the setup I wanted. So.
How long do you think you've been talking for?
I don't know.
You fucking talk so much. Let's get you up front. Well, we're on 35 minutes already, so you don't even work for
Wrap
35
it up.
You don't even work for 35 minutes. Well, not everything's gonna get cut, make to the, to the thing. So I'm probably gonna cut off half of the engine when you start talking numbers.
And there's things I forgot. Like I forgot the spoon mirrors. I forgot the Go AutoWorks intercooler in the front.
Yeah.
But I had that coated too because again I was trying to be as inconspicuous as possible.
Piping, I forgot to ask about the piping.
Rob did all that. Yeah, he did.
There's just so much stuff that it's just, man.
Yeah, Rob definitely came through. I mean, it was another one of those. It was like another one of those things where it was the waiting game, like with Jay, and with Rob, I was just waiting and waiting and waiting, and then finally he was like, "Bring it by," and then it wasn't ready to go by, so more waiting, and then he ultimately took it in and he killed it.
Man.
Yeah.
Well. Definitely. I love what you've done with the car. I love the additions. Obviously, a lot of great craftsmanship has been put in, a lot of thought into this build. Any shout outs, man?
Yeah, Jay, obviously. So huge shout out to Jay, not only for this car, but, like I said, for all the stuff he's done for the family and that type of thing. Paul, my boy Paul, he's another one of the guys I couldn't have been able to complete the car without. Rob, Track Tough Rob, Willie Works, DPK David, like I said, Driver B, Armin for the tune, my boy Yaki for making the tune happen, my lady. I didn't really take, too much I didn't really take really anything from company, so that was another one of the things I wanted to avoid. I don't want them to tell me, hey, we need the car here on this date or whatever, so I kind of got away from that, but those people that I just named, like they really came through. And I'm sure I'm forgetting people, but if I forgot about you, Catman, he super came through for me. Catman definitely came through. And yeah, like I said, if I'm forgetting you, I apologize, but I'm getting stage fright.
Hey, calm down.
I'm getting stage fright from my.
You're used to this. But no, I mean, definitely, man. This is so many years. Please keep it on the road. Please do not get rid of it. I mean, love the fact that you're still driving around with it. It just breaks necks everywhere you go without even trying, apparently. But it's just amazing that you've been able to keep it throughout this entire journey.
Thank you.
So better stay with you.
Yeah, I mean, I have two sons and they don't really care much for it, but my daughter loves it. So she'll probably end up.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, she'll probably end up with it. I think her plans for the car would be to paint it pink, but she's sick, so hopefully she gets.
You're like, hopefully it changes.
Yeah, hopefully she gets better taste. But yeah, she loves it. Like I said, anytime I go somewhere, she wants to go with me in it. And my boys are just like, they just, they're not into
Dad,
it.
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I get you. No, man. I think hopefully once, hopefully your little girl gets it, man. It'd be just super dope to, have her, roll up to high school with it. Nah, you're like, no, you're gonna be so picky. It's yours, but you can't drive it.
Yeah, for sure.
It's this thing,
You can take it, but
when I die. What?
And you can't park it anywhere. You
just can't drive it. I'm sorry. You can look at it, but I'll drive it. But it's yours though.
Right. It'll be both of ours, but.
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much, man, for making the time for us. Seriously, I know you probably forgot a lot of people in the shout out, so I'm sure I'm saying it for you. Anybody who's worked on the build, I mean, with this build, a million people, and there's just so much stuff that, again, we didn't even get to cover just because, man, it's just a beautiful car. But
shout out to you, man. Thanks for inviting me on this. I was flattered.
Well, I mean, I've been begging you for the last 6 months. Say the
Don't
truth
do
to the
that.
people.
Don't do that. No.
Say the truth. I hit you up before all these different companies, and you're like, nah, bro. Like,
you did, and I
honestly, I'm kidding.
No, it's funny because I remember telling my wife
these whack ass dude wants you to come up.
I was like, he wants to shoot the car. I was like, but I want it to be right, and she was just like, well, when is it going to be right? And I was like, probably never, but I wanted it to be right. And even then, I was like second guessing, should I wait to do it when I?
He only has 30,000 subscribers. I don't know, man. Is it worth my time?
30,000.
Is it worth my time? Come on, no, man.
Nah, I wanted to wait until I had the bigger charger and the PPG gearbox, but I was just like, you know what?
Nah. This is more than enough, man. I think this is just it's reached its potential, but obviously you're gonna go and kill it and do more stuff. But it's pretty cool, man. But no, once again, man, Chris, thank you so much for making the time, man. I really legitimately appreciate your time. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Catch you guys in the next one. All right, Chris. Well, thank you for What the fuck? All right, Chris.
And cut.
And cut. 3, 2, 1. All right, man. Well, tell us, what are we staring at, man?
Yeah, so I was always like super amused with, you know, the Mugen JTCC car with the H22 and the reversed head. So I kind of went off that a little bit and went single cam with the reverse head. No,
There's like a major silence. You understand? I actually understood what you were trying to say.
I know.
And I was just like, why would he start it like that? It's just so bad.
I know you like Accords, and I love that car, so.
Yeah, but this is, dude, a K-Series wish it was a H22.
A K-Series wish it was, yeah, you're right, bro. Imagine that.
Okay.
Braille battery. I don't want to mess this up, you know? I don't want to have to do this twice, so I'm trying to think of everything else.
Now I have to put in the video that we're doing this. Now we have to do it twice. I'm gonna show you. I was gonna try to edit it like so it came out nice, so people wouldn't know. But now we're gonna make a big deal about this. Yeah, we met up twice. I'm not trying to make up, you know, meet up 3 times. I like the guy, but come on, 3 times talk about the same engine bay, the same clapped out engine bay. Come on now, that's too much.
I got lazy the first time, so I left some stuff out.